What's your name and what's your position with Cirque and Alegría?
My name is Mike Dunham. I'm the assistant production manager for Circus Soleil's Alegría show.
Okay. So how long have you been with the production and with the company?
I've been with the company for about 6.5 years, and I've been with Alegría for about 4 years.
Wow. Okay.
I was there for 2.5 years in the Big Top, and another 1.5 years with the arena tour.
So one of the things that I know is really distinct about Alegría is one of the earlier shows that really made Cirque what it is that it bridged that transition from the Big Top to other venues like arenas and such. But so now you're doing both. What was the presentation or setup that you did before this one, before coming here?
Well, we only do arenas
with
this show.
Arenas.
Yep.
Okay.
So they did Big Top for 15 years, and so we just have a kit of show basically that does one or the other.
Okay.
So basically, we've retired the Big Top, and we only do the arena. So we only have one show of everything. So we don't have like 2 corteos or 2 saltimbancos or 2. So we only have one of each, and that what just keeps it unique.
Sure.
You know? So there's only one on the entire planet.
All right.
So that's pretty cool. So with the arena, right before we were in the state of Washington.
Okay.
So we did Spokane and Seattle.
Very cool.
So whatnot. But,
and you take the same equipment. It's like it's all perfectly coordinated into trailer containers and stuff.
Yep. So when we're in to get it to here, we had to put everything in the shipping containers, and we unloaded it. And we're going to keep it there to the airport, and then after that we go back to our regular semis back on the mainland.
So how many is that? Do you have a basic idea?
Yeah, we have 18 semis on the mainland, and here we've cut down a bit just to save costs and whatnot, but we're just talking about today 20 or 21 containers that we've condensed everything to. We've definitely left some stuff, about a trailer and a half worth in the mainland of stuff that we'll not put up with for 3 weeks while we're in Hawaii.
Right. So this production right now here, it would be the same one though that you would go to Europe with, or
for sure. Yep, without a doubt, it'll be the exact same thing. There won't be anything different.
So what are your responsibilities? They're pretty wide ranging, but when someone's sitting down to watch the show, what do they say? That's what Mike does.
Well, I'm the main liaison between the arena and the show. Okay. So basically, a lot of my work is before we arrive, and then once we arrive, I'm the one who just I'm the glue in between everything. So I just kind of make sure that the arena is ready for us and that we're ready for them. And then getting up until the first show in there, just making sure that everybody has what they need, from a wheelchair for our physio to the local labor that we have to catering and everything in between.
Well, I know every venue is completely different. Is there any specific characteristics about the Blaisdell Arena that you have to focus on or adjust around specifically?
Yeah, it's pretty much different than any other arena that we've hit
so
far. Yeah. So because it's unique, like in its weather and everything, we're able to do things differently as well. So we never have our catering outside. Like it's very, very rare that we do that. But because of your climate and everything's pretty much steady every day, whatnot, we're able to do that. And plus, it's pretty small, so we don't have a place to do it inside either. So
this is a smaller arena that you
yeah, for sure. Well, it's smaller, like where the audience is. It's pretty normal size, but what's backstage is really small. You know what I mean? A lot of times there's a whole underworld where risers and chairs and offices and merchandise and food and beverage and all that is, and that just isn't here.
So in terms of like we saw, they took the scoreboard down from inside the arena. I mean. When you come in and you say that's got to go, or how does that process
Well, that's we've done a couple business trips, if you will, to Hawaii if we've had to do that. But basically, our rigger came here and visited and said, okay, this is what we need to do to get our show into this building. And one of them was to remove the scoreboard. Another thing, we've had to drill holes into the ceiling because all of the steel that we're connecting our show to, is hung from, is actually above that black dome. So actually, where all of those chains that are going through there are actually connected to a whole other structure above that.
And that structure is part of this
structure. Yeah, it's part of the roof system of that. It's just what is in between that roof structure and where our stuff is another structure.
Now, is that a difficult conversation to have? We'd like to put some holes here.
Well, they're used to it, I think. Well, I hope so. Anyways, we did it. But no, we worked with them and we came up with that. And yeah, so and it's a black roof, and then we've made it look professional and whatnot as well. So,
What are the power requirements of a show like this? And specifically, Hawaii is, I would imagine, is pretty good, but when you're somewhere that might have a different current, I mean, how do you adapt for that?
well, so far in North America and where we've been, everything is the same, and then we're going to get some different equipment when we go to Europe and whatnot. So, we have, our audio and lighting requirements. We need 800 amp three-phase, pretty much. So, and that's with automation, our lighting, our motor control, and our audio. And then we need lots of little plugs, for catering or, blow dryer, our washing machines, because we carry 5 washers and 3 dryers. Every costume gets washed before every show. Yeah.
So how long does it take to set up before a show, and how long to get out of town?
Get out of town, typically, our fastest is 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's our fastest.
That's amazing.
Yeah, from end of show to last door shut, that's our fastest. Usually we do it in about 3:15. Here it's got to take us a little bit longer, but we're still got to do it, we think, under 5 hours, if not under 4 hours.
Well, I was just here last week, or a little while before that. Your team had come in part to kind of have some R&R before there was the robust setup here. How long did that take once your trailers rolled into this facility?
We did... we unloaded trucks for about 4 hours on Monday and just came in. Our riggers worked for about 12 hours, 14 hours on the Monday, just prepping everything and hanging everything. And then on Tuesday we came in at 8, and most of the setup was done by about 6 p.m. And then there's a lot of little tweaking and everything.
That's still very impressive. Well, my last question is always my fun. Have you been to Hawaii before?
Only with Saltamaco, we were here 2 years ago.
I went to see that. That was a very good show. Well,
Perfect.
so this time you're returning. You're almost a vet. Did you get any of the downtime that the rest of the crew did, and what did you do with it?
What did I do? Well, last time I had a lot of visitors. So my mom came out and we went around, so we drove around the island. So I drove around the island probably like 4 different times last time, but it was really good. But one of my highlights is I went skydiving on the northwest corner.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool, skydiving and you're going over water, over land. That was cool. But this weekend I'm actually going to hit the big island. I want to hit the volcano.
So you've never done any of the outer
No,
islands?
and that's one of my big check marks. Is not so many people are going to come visit, but I'm going to go out and do some traveling.
Well, I got to tell you,
Excited.
Big Island. I've lived here my whole life. Big Island's my favorite island. That's
Really?
where I want to be. So
All right, I'm going to have
hope
to get some tips from you then.
Favorite local food?
Mai Tais? No, just kidding. I don't know. I haven't had enough diverse Hawaiian stuff at the moment, but just fresh pineapple, though. I actually love
The
fresh
fruits, the seafood. Well, thank you very much for your time.
pineapple. Yeah, my pleasure.